Imagine waking up with zero brain fog, more energy, and dreams you actually remember, guys. All by what? You guessed it. Stopping the devil's lettuce. Let's get to it. So here's what really happens when you hit a pause on that marijuana. So today, guys, we're breaking down the 5 life-changing effects that come when you quit marijuana. No fluff, no judgment, just straight facts. If you're curious, you've got to stick around. First up, let's make some things clear, okay? Many users report feeling like their mind is stuck in like a molasses. So it's at bay. It's kind of like you're like a zombie, you know what I mean? After quitting. You know what happens, guys? They think a lot sharper, they start remembering things again, and they even recall vivid dreams. Okay, their working memory is much better. They actually can recall stuff. They're not forgetting stuff left and right, like their wallet, their phone, their keys, and whatnot. Okay, number 2, the energy levels. Ooh, big game changer here, boys. See, frequent users often feel lethargic. Okay, I mean super fatigued, super tired. Okay, once they stop the substance, people actually report waking up energized. They're crushing their workouts and actually carrying out their goals, ambitions, dreams throughout the day. Number 3. Oh, this is a big one here. I know a lot of you guys think when you're smoking on that pot that you guys are actually getting good sleep. In reality, you're not, okay? You get what we like to call a sleep rebound, okay? Instead of shallow weed-induced naps, you get drowsy, sleepy throughout the day, you actually feel deeper and more restful sleeps in general, okay? So there's fewer like late night sweats you can get, or those weird dreams. Though keep in mind, guys, some users have reported though when they first stop the marijuana usage, the dreams they get be a bit weird, a bit vivid. It's not to scare you guys, it cools off over time, but it's definitely worth riding the wave out, okay? Number 4, surprisingly, quitting can actually ease the anxiety and brain fog, Brain fog, you guys already know. Your brain's foggy, you can't really think, you're not really as locked in, you can say. But a lot of people, they smoking all that stuff to ease their anxiety. But no, that's the wrong approach to go. Actually, a lot of users that even smoke weed to reduce the anxiety actually just end up getting more anxiety. Like, what's the point of that, dude? But the actual reality of the case is that you must stop smoking weed to ease the anxiety, okay? Users who quit say their emotional baseline is a lot more stable, okay? It's a lot more clear, they're a lot more connected, especially with themselves and others. Okay, guys, it's okay to feel emotions like happiness, sadness, depression, etc. Okay, if you're just smoking on something to mask those emotions, it has a lot of negative effects in the days and weeks to come once you stop. So make sure you're just being real and living life how you're supposed to. Be present, be in the moment, okay? And the last one, finally, the cash and control. See, quitters say, that sounds like a bad word, but you gotta quit that stuff, gotta quit that toxins, Suddenly, they actually save a lot of money, hundreds of dollars actually, each month, and a new found sense of time, you know what I mean? They just feel like they're not high all the time and they're not being unproductive or doing mindless, meaningless tasks, thinking they're achieving something when they're not. Instead, they can be invested towards their ambitious goals and actually get somewhere in life, okay? So, getting there, right, let's be honest, it's not gonna be easy, okay? Like any sort of abuse of substances, addiction is a real thing, okay? I know a lot of people say, oh, weed is not addictive, this and that. I mean, I think it is. I know a handful of people that are actually addicted themselves, so, yeah. So I'll give it to you guys straight. Okay, so the short-term setbacks, they can hit and they can be gruesome. Okay, like your motivation dips. You may have some weird headaches. I mean, just take some Advil, man, if your head hurts. And make sure you're drinking enough water and take Advil. Like, I don't even want to hear anyone's excuse in the comments saying, oh, but when I stop smoking marijuana, I get headaches. BS, buddy. But talking to others who've done it, right, that can help a lot too. Talk to like-minded individuals, like anything in life. You must talk to the people on the same page as you, that are on the same mindset as you guys or where you'd like to be, right? And you gotta build new routines. Okay, you gotta get out of that. If you're like one of those wake and bakes, or sleep and bakes, whichever one you are. I don't really know what people would be doing nowadays, but gotta stick through, I would say at least that 30-day period. Okay, that's all it takes. Give it 30 days. Stop today, look 30 days from now on, and look how much your life is gonna change, how better everything is gonna feel. You're gonna have high quality life. Okay, no one wants to live like a damn zombie. Okay, if any of these rings true to you guys, please hit a like, please share, and please subscribe. If you felt these changes too, you know what I mean, drop a comment. Your story, tell us how did it feel when you stopped the marijuana, or if you're struggling, give us a comment. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know how your journey's been. All right, that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend.